Okay, got it. That's it. We're ready. Okay, yeah. So the offer, and well, let me read it to you. What I can share my screen with you.
No, just read it. It's fine. You
Okay.
don't have to share.
I just made a one point, personal branding, building a list. That's a blue sky offer. Social media, lead ads, Kartra, landing pages, email automation. Basically, teach everything about Kartra. The whole building a list, recurring sales from same buyer sellers using the system. One By using the system, you'll have at least one sale per month, one close per month. Initially, I thought about giving leads, getting people leads, but um, leads are nice, but closes are better.
Yeah, again, look, it's very, very important. You rounded off, about five things, and that's awesome that you offer those things. And you when you land clients, that'll be the most important. But for example, the majority of people will not know what Gacha is. Like, no, majority of people
No
won't
clue.
know. And so when you say Gacha automations, that means that's like you're speaking Chinese. It means absolutely nothing to these people. And so what you're selling is just selling a transformation, right? That you're not selling we will bring you, $20,000. Now you're selling a transformation in the head. We will turn you from this to this. You will become this while you were this. So that's what you should be selling. And for example, uh, my name's Grove, and my company offers. Let's just say leads, although you're not offering leads, but let's
Whatever,
just for
just
the argument,
whatever example that makes
leads.
you feel comfortable for you.
I'm Grove, and I'm offering um, warmed up leads for former real estate agents wanting to turn real estate coaches and turning your business from zero to $10,000 per month. Like, it should be one sentence, maybe with a comma, and just one thing. And how you will do it, it doesn't matter, right? If you use Kartra, if you pray to Jesus and he drops leads into your lap, to them it does not matter. What matters is the transformation, and that's what you sell, right? You should be selling a transformation, because nobody really, for example, if you talk to somebody and you sell them $1,000 offer, or is your offer $1,000 or $5,000, it doesn't really matter to them if you'll make them the money back. And so if your transformation is $0 to $10,000 in 90 days, well, if they pay $5,000 or $1,000, it doesn't really matter, because they'll make it back in 90 days. I mean, so you should price your service fairly, right? So they make the money back. So we don't want to overpromise and underdeliver, but also very simple transformational offer. And how you do it, you can use Kartra, and they'll be super impressed, because I was impressed. I didn't know what Kartra was. And so when you jump on the call and then you start explaining how you'll do it, you'll be like a magician, because nobody has ever heard of these stuff before. And so the transformation will become even more real in their head, because now they have these magical tools that they haven't heard before, and in their mind, that's the reason why they haven't made their K already. And so now with you, they surely will make it, since you have these special tools. But you
Yep.
don't mention it in the offer, because they don't really people aren't interested in that, especially if they don't know what it is.
Yeah, but yes, you're right. You're correct. Yeah. So and
So
then at the end,
don't worry about it. We'll
that was
certainly
just
work with
basically. I think
it.
that is. I wanted to add how to make videos. How to edit videos. That is the whole package. That is the. But as you mentioned, it's just a simple sentence of the with the transformation.
Okay, just dial it in for me one more time. You want to become a coach for real estate agents that want warmed up leads. You will be teaching people how they can get their warmed up leads and close more sales. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, so you're doing a done with you offer rather than done for you. So you won't be setting anything up. You won't be making their card. You can explain it to them, but you won't be doing anything for them. Is that correct?
Okay. Here's my question. My question is, I'm listening to all this. Um, Many of the videos, Skybags, whatever, they talk about a per month, monthly thing, and I would be, I would prefer a business that is where I build a with recurring income in some way.
But that's a misconception. I thought that as well. But the thing is, you think, okay, a 3 month obligated deal is significantly better than just get paid a lump sum and do a coaching call for them. But that's not necessarily the case, because number one, the amount of work that you need to do, well, when you build them stuff, is so disproportionate to the amount of work you should do as a coach. But also, there's also like a human mental thing where they will be significantly more satisfied when you teach them something and they do it, rather than when you make something. Because look at this, you and this isn't like a like a nasty trick, but this is the truth. If you teach somebody something and they do it, they have done it on themselves with your help, so they will feel amazing. If you teach them something and they don't do it, it's not your fault, because your stuff is correct. They just didn't do it. But
Yes.
if you start building them things, and you're wasting everybody's time, because you wouldn't believe how many people have $2,500 to just blow. They don't care. They blow it and they never, they never do anything again. People buy a course for $1,000 and don't finish it, finish the mindset part. So coaching is for everybody a much better option, because, and also you're at the beginning now, but I'm saving you a ton of trouble in the future, because now when you have 5 clients, the infrastructure that you'll have to support these 5 clients, I mean, you probably have to start hiring people, and it's just a huge hassle. So it is significantly easier for everybody, even though you may be making like $1,000 less. I promise you, the headspace that you'll be in will be worth slightly less money, which doesn't even have to be the case. Doesn't even have to be the case, because when you get good coaching clients, they'll give you testimonials. Your business will start flying off the shelf. That's something I can promise you.
I that's something with this. It's I think it's one of the Kai Back's videos is something that he mentioned, that just get your first one of the videos. Just get your first client, even if you just work with that client for 6 weeks or for then and then later on, after a year or so, you can I can go. I'm going ahead of
Yeah, yeah,
myself. I
no.
just want to.
No, I watched the videos, but what I think for the place that he's coming from is a straight beginner, like zero. You not only you are
I'm
a
a
beginner
zero
in this,
beginner.
but there's a big thing. Like, you have the experience in your field, and you can get testimonials easy because you're confident in your product, and also you have uh, let's say a rainy day fund. You don't need the money now. The majority of people watching his videos need money now to even start building. Like, you have a cushion. You can much easily build from the place you're in than
Yeah.
the place that people watching his videos are. So you don't have to work for free. You don't have to do these things, because the content that you'll be producing will invoke authority in you, right? Because you will have good equipment, because you can buy it. You will have good types of videos, because I'll teach you how to make them. And so none of these people have that. And so of course they need testimonials. But I mean, of course, when you get testimonials, it's like a free bonus. But you just need content that evokes authority. And when you know what you're talking about, which you do, when you post content, which we will make, and you have pretty good equipment, which is like, you have a good microphone, maybe get a better camera, just go outside, or maybe set up in a way that it looks maybe just a bit more professional, than you sitting just in front of like a closet or something, then you can invoke authority, and the leads will come in, because subconsciously, when you see a well produced, well crafted video with good sound, good video in a good place, like, you immediately consider that person an authority, even though
Yeah.
the person may not even be an authority, but you are, because you know your stuff. So, I mean, I don't think what Kai says is good, but it's very, he's doing more for like agency stuff, and I'm teaching you more about coaching.
Yep.
And so you won't need to do anybody a free trial. You don't need to do any of these things, right? And the free trials I don't like. I've never done a free trial, and so, because I've listened to some people who said it's not a good idea, and I agree. So just you trust me, you'll be good. I promise you, with what we're doing, you'll be good.
Just a question about time. Is there how much time do we have? So I don't want to overstep your appointment. if you
No,
have
man.
another
Look,
appointment.
we have an hour and 15 minutes more, and also, like, I promise you, my biggest thing, as I said this to you, my biggest goal is for you to succeed, because, and it's also, it's of course because I want you to succeed, but it's also for a selfish reason, because, okay, you paid me. If you don't succeed, what kind of person, what kind of coach am I? And so if I have to do extra stuff with you here, I have to go 5 weeks extra to get that testimonial in 3 months. You'll be damned that I'll be doing that. Like, I'll go over the board. You don't have to worry about
Look,
overstepping it.
I'm gonna tell you something
Dialed
that
in.
I've got something that I I feel I need to have my first client within 4 weeks. I need to have somebody who have paid me with it. It would be ideal for that to have somebody. Okay,
Is
let's
there a specific reason why? Okay, no, chill.
yeah,
Let me
I'll
just
tell you
tell
why.
you.
It's the there is laws and there's a very strict rules coming in for estate agents in South Africa, and I have to go and do some extra exams, and it's just like um, I. I feel I would rather do this, and I don't have to drive around a lot. I don't want to bore you with the details, but yeah, that's why. I
Okay, then let's get into the nitty-gritty of what we need to do. Let me just share your screen. Just let me just share the screen 1 second. Um,
Now, one of my bloody clients, one of the people that's supposed to pay me, the guy, the buyer has already paid the full purchase amount, and now he wants to pull out of the contract, and now it's lawyers, and we have to go to the it's Supreme
it's a
Court
headache. I
cases.
understand why you
It's
want
one
to.
hell of a headache for me to get my money eventually. It can take months.
That's why we're doing this. All right, so let me just show you this. You see everything on the screen.
Yes, yes.
Okay, this is what we
That's
want to do.
okay. I just want to mention also what and I and I'm sure you will get to it. It's to have some sort of a structure, because what I've been using,
Yeah, man, absolutely,
I've
absolutely.
used Trello, and I'm not sure how to block and flow diagram everything. And
Bro, you need a pen and paper. You don't need any software. Pen and paper and times, and you'll be good. I use it. I have a pen and paper when to post things on my table here, so you don't need anything fancy. But all right, do you see everything on the screen?
I do, yes.
All right, so this is the basic structure that I use, that basically every single person that's in the coaching slash SMMA space uses. So this here is the point, is to get inbound leads or to funnel people to your profiles. And this is outbound, so the things that actually you will be doing personally. Now, out of these three things that you should be doing personally, the easiest thing, and basically the only thing that I recommend you to do in the beginning, is Facebook, because you need to get some money flowing in, and Facebook is the easiest way to land clients. And then when you start getting some money, then we can do these things much easier. But this is
Yep.
the point. As I said, YouTube video is the bread and butter, right, of what we want to do. YouTube is the absolute best platform for warming up your leads, so you have their complete trust, so you can sell them on basically any product you have, and then when you post like a discount or a special offer, they will flock to whatever you need to do. But the reason why this is funneling to the Instagram profile and not the landing page directly is, you can obviously, you put the link in the description of your landing page in the YouTube video. So if somebody wants to book a call from the YouTube video, they can do it. But the better thing is, you'll have those people. But what you should do is you funnel them to your Instagram profile, and then you have Instagram stories. And on Instagram stories, do you follow Trey on Instagram?
No, I don't.
He has a great strategy. So he essentially funnels people to his Instagram profile, and then on Instagram he says, what's your revenue target for this month? and there is a poll, 0 to 2.5k, 2.5 to 5k, 5 to 10, 10 plus. And so whatever you click, that's really important. You just engage with the story. He DMs you and says, "Hey man, let's take you to whatever you voted. Let's book in a call." And so these people are hot leads. And I mean, the majority of the people who clicked will book a call with you, even more so than from YouTube. But they are a YouTube audience on Instagram. They aren't organically on Instagram, you funnel them. So they are a very hot audience. So what we should do, as I said, YouTube video flowing to the Instagram profile, and from the Instagram profile to the landing page, or rather the booked call page. The TikTok videos, it is it's a tricky thing. You should be present on TikTok, and making 5 TikTok videos should take you like 15 minutes. It takes absolutely no time. Um, but the thing is, TikTok really likes a certain type of content and really doesn't like another type of content. And so you will definitely have to tweak how you post on TikTok. So you'll do a month of one sort of video. If they don't get as much engagement as you'd like, then you do another part. But on all of these social media platforms, every single one of them, consistency is the most important thing. So you should have, if you want to take days off, take the weekends off, but then religiously post Monday to Friday. Because if you skip a couple days, you, let's say, fall out of the rotation. So YouTube, they know when you post in the same time every single day, and they push your videos at that time. TikTok, the same thing. You need to constantly be on somebody's For You page, and if you stop posting and around the moment, then that's not a good thing. So TikTok, and again, the good thing with TikTok is you have literally an Instagram button on your profile, so it's no hassle. They don't have to click a link. If they view a profile, they just click a button and they're on your Instagram in the app. So it switches into the app, so they
Okay.
can follow you there. So again, we are moving a very, very cold audience, which is on TikTok, that is the coldest audience, to a warmer audience on Instagram. Mind you, they aren't as good as this YouTube audience, but after they start seeing your results and you're posting polls, then they will be more inclined to do so. Instagram Reels is, I think, maybe even better for you than TikTok, because TikTok is by no means oversaturated, but Instagram Reels is especially not. I mean, Instagram Reels, nobody's posting there. And so your content, if you post 3 videos per day religiously, will very easily go viral. And in the span of a year, you can be sitting at a comfortable 30,000 followers on Instagram, just from Instagram alone. Mind you, not funneling people from YouTube to Instagram. Instagram is really pushing Reels to grow your profile. They're rewarding you for posting Reels because they want to compete with TikTok. And so the best person who does Reels will be successful. Now, LinkedIn is it's a strange platform because some people simply do not hang out on LinkedIn. Just some niches just don't have LinkedIn profiles. Now you are in luck because there are infinite real estate agents on LinkedIn, and so that you really shouldn't be worried about that. But LinkedIn is a platform. It's really slow. So I don't know if you know exactly how it works, but you should immediately forget using LinkedIn for free. Like if you want to make money from LinkedIn, you'll have to pay. It's I think Sales Navigator, which is the program that you should be using, is $80 per month. Now it's expensive. I don't necessarily recommend you to do it immediately. Although if I don't know how much money you have saved up, if you can spare $80, I think it's great. You have 20 connection requests per day, 100 per week. So you have let's say 400 connection requests per month, which is not a lot by any stretch of the imagination. And if you have a good acceptance rate, you will maybe get 20%. So you have about 100 connections per month. With Sales Navigator, you get something called in-mails. In-mails are basically messages that you can send to people that you aren't connected to. And then on LinkedIn, you can only DM, let's say, people who you are connected to.
Yep.
And so in-mails are great because again, they are kind of bold black letters on the top of their inbox, and so they are more visible, and so they are more opened than other regular messages. But again, you only have about 50 of them. And so you have to be hyper personalized, hyper niche down, and you need to really, on Facebook, you shouldn't spam on Facebook, but on Facebook, it's significantly easier to find prospects because, you can hit and miss. You can send, I don't know, tens of friend requests per day. The majority of them will get accepted. And LinkedIn, not so much. And so you need to really look for prospects that really should be interested in your profile. But what you should be posting is LinkedIn really rewards, again, posting regularly. And so you should post one of your best performing, so once per day, best performing TikTok videos or reels, and they will have captions. I'll show you how to put out, really
Okay.
nice captions on videos. And because the majority of people on LinkedIn are on mobile and they watch videos, they just read captions. They don't turn on the sound because they're at work and they don't like listening to videos. And these are statistics coming from LinkedIn. I didn't make this up. And so have that. Then a longer video, which will be a YouTube video that will also have subtitles on. Mind you, these are only to get your audience engaged and for you to build trust with them. And one of the most important thing is kind of a viral piece of let's say like text content. And I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. And that this is so the only way your post can go, let's say, viral on LinkedIn is if you have a ton of connections and these connections start liking and commenting. Because if somebody comments on your post, that post will show to all of the connections of the person who liked it. So if I like your post, every single person that's connected to me will see your post as well. And so it's like a ripple effect. If I like it, then 300 people see it. And if 5 people of those 300 see it, well, then 1,000 people will see it. Do you understand what I mean? So it will, when somebody engages with you, the chances of your post going viral and getting prospects skyrockets. And the point is to build such a profile, such a magnetic profile that people start DMing you and people start sending connection requests with you. That is the place you want to be on LinkedIn. And the
Yeah.
awesome thing with Sales Navigator is you have all of your profile statistics, just very available. How many people saw your profile, how many people visited, how many people searched for you, how many people did you appear while they search for somebody. And so it's an amazing platform. You wanted to say something, I think.
No, no. I just thought I've got one of my connections on LinkedIn is a recruiter. He used to be a recruiter when I lived in London, and he recruited me. And I saw he when he posts something on LinkedIn, he gets lots of interaction, like 50, 70 likes and thumbs
Is he still a recruiter?
yes, he's still a recruiter. Yes.
Well, that's why LinkedIn. Yeah, there are. So you have about, I think, 4 LinkedIn subscriptions. There's Sales Navigator, which you'll use, and there is 2 others, and there's a recruiter. So you pay to become, let's say, a recruiter on LinkedIn, and so you get special features
Okay.
for recruiting people. And so, but people from college graduates, they basically are mandatory now to contact recruiters to LinkedIn. So I don't think that you should really measure your success by our recruiters, because that's a very specific example, because the recruits want to kind of butter up the recruiter so they can get a favorable position to wherever they want to be recruited to, be it a company or a college.
I'm sure we will probably get to the ways of contacting people, the correct ways, because I just feel like I'm mentioning that I've got my phone list with all the people that I spoke with. I just don't feel it's effective to go and call every single person, or I'm not sure. But that's why you've got.
Yeah, obviously we will.
Yeah,
I
we'll get
will
to
give
that
you scripts to contact people, when the time comes.
when the time comes.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Facebook is it's a great platform, but it's a strange platform as well. So you should also post videos. You just re-upload the videos from YouTube and TikTok. You don't have to make original content for every single one of these. But how many friends do you have on LinkedIn? On Facebook?
Um,
I'm just
Probably
giving you a ballpark
750.
number.
I think. I think about 750 or so.
Okay, but these people, are they real estate agents? Majority.
No, they just people. I in my life, I've sent. Is everybody sent me? They've sent me friend requests, and it is. I've sent in this. I've been on Facebook since 2007. I've sent no more than 15 friend requests in my life.
Okay, well then you just okay. So these people are dead meat. You
They
don't really need
they're
them.
just
And so,
general,
I get it.
P.
I get it. And
Yeah.
so okay, you will I
Yes,
won't
dead
talk to
meat.
you about this now then, but the point is I'll talk when you get a couple of hundred friends, we'll obviously we'll be in touch. I'll say what type of content you should post because to a content that you need to have a content that converts, right? So you need to warm them up and then have a piece of content that you throw the hook in the sea and you catch a ton of fish, right? The point is so you post content for 3 days, and then on the fourth day you post your regular content, and then you post the kind of hook, just textual post, and you get 5 calls from it, and it should be an autopilot. 5 calls, and that means one client. So that means every post you get a client, every post you get a client, and so that is what we will do. But we'll get to that once you have a couple hundred friends. And okay, now on the outreach. I talked to you a little bit about LinkedIn outreach, and we'll discuss that a bit further. Instagram outreach is the one I don't really recommend because it's it's a difficult platform to do outreach on, especially okay, maybe not for your niche because real estate agents really like to reply and they do hang out on Instagram. But I think for your service, I think you'll be wasting your time with doing cold DM outreach because the problem with Instagram is if the person isn't following you and you DM them, you'll immediately go into spam or the kind of requests, and nobody reads that. Nobody reads
I
it, just
can
deletes
attest to
you.
that. Yeah, same here. I didn't
Yeah,
even know it exists.
it's it's just it's I just put it here so you don't have questions about it,
Yeah,
but I have I mean everybody I talk to really doesn't have success with it, and I especially don't have the success with. If you have like 10 virtual assistants and all of them are DMing 50 people per day, okay, you will land a couple clients, but I don't also recommend that because it's I don't think it's a feasible way of working properly. Okay, and the landing page is what a landing page is.
yep,
You have that awesome website that you use, and you should, if you have a subscription on it, which I think you do,
I do.
you should absolutely build a landing page on that. Again, I'll in a couple of maybe next time or the week after that, I'll kind of show you the best ways to build a landing page that really converts. That isn't really pretentious. Nobody cares. People pay agencies $5,000 to build them a website, and then it doesn't convert. It should take you like 15 minutes to build a good landing page with a good video. And but we'll talk
Okay,
about that
cool.
in I think the next one. So now I have examples of, in my opinion, ideal socials for every single one of these. And so we just are starting with TikTok by chance. So Alex
Alex
Hormozy,
Hormozy,
I think you
just
mentioned him.
watched his videos yesterday again.
Yeah, he's killing it on TikTok, and because on TikTok the really important thing is consistency, and so I just love that here on the computer you can see it better than on the phone.
Yeah,
But do you see a very consistent link between every single one of his videos is a big title and his face smack dab in the middle.
his
So it doesn't
photos.
necessarily have to be.
He's got a
Please say please.
yeah, he's got a style. I think
Yeah,
he's got a particular look and feel to his videos.
yeah, and he uploads a lot. He uploads a ton, and so this is about a perfect TikTok profile. So in regards to everything, very visible profile picture. Although I don't really think this looks like him, so you'll do better on yours. Very quickly, CEO of what, made how much. You do have something to sell them, so you will so you will certainly put a link here, which he did as well. And you can't see it here, but on the phone there is like an Instagram button here, and you just click that, and they take you to the Instagram. But what's the ideal TikTok video? Now I don't know if you do you have the sound. on,
Uh,
but it doesn't really matter. He talks very simply with very nice captions, and he has how do you say it? So okay, they are cut videos, so there
Jump
aren't
cuts.
pauses for him to breathe. There aren't ums and arms. You know, it's just very choppy, very quick in and out. And so if you want to do it on your own, I, I, for example, I do it on my own, but I kind of like to edit my own videos, but they're very basic. And so, if you want a very similar style to this, and by the way, if you do all of this on your own, so you make a thumbnail for YouTube, a YouTube video, and 5 videos for TikTok, which means a couple of them will re-upload on Instagram and Facebook. So it means YouTube video and 5 TikTok videos. To create them and edit them and everything, it'll take you about 2 hours maybe. And so if you and it's really simple. I'll show you how. If you have the 2 hours, I think you should do it on your own. If you don't have the 2 hours but you do have the money, you should certainly pay somebody to edit them. But I don't think personally there is a need to do it. Again, the time when you should start hiring somebody is when you become overwhelmed in a certain area. So if you have so many appointments, then that editing becomes a hassle. So you need the 2 hours. You hire an editor. If you have so many calls that it's a bottleneck, you can't take them anymore. You hire a sales guy. And so I think in the beginning, it's really simple. Again, I'm not a video editor. I edit everything on my phone. So my YouTube videos and my TikTok videos, I edit on my phone for free, and it's an awesome thing. I'll teach you how. But this is the idea, in my opinion, of the perfect TikTok profile for business, and I think it really reflects in his engagement. So next is Instagram. Now, I don't know if you know about this guy. He does SMMA, and he is one of the rare people that actually didn't start to gain his success on YouTube. He started to gain his success on Instagram. Now he started a couple of years ago when you could post just videos and rather not videos, pictures, and you could grow your Instagram profile. But those days are no more. Really, it's impossible to grow on Instagram with just pictures. But he has incredible reels. Now there is again, there is content that Instagram really likes and there's content that Instagram doesn't really like. This is the perfect what he does is, I mean, very rarely do you get 30,000 views and 2,000 likes on a business, very niche down business video, but he does. Let me just show you quickly. So he just talks very simple captions. Again, you can just do this on Instagram. You don't have to edit anything extra. And look at how easy this is. And look at what he does. He does the same thing as Trey. Comment me, I'll reach out with my best tips. Look at all these people. Me, 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 me,
There's a
me,
lot of
me. The
engagement
point
there.
is, yeah, that's a ton of engagement, and it not only boosts his profile, but out of these, it says it has 50 comments. Out of these 50 comments, he certainly got 7 sales calls and he certainly got a client. And so, this is a very, very simple way to do Instagram. I think Instagram is a bit more personal. And I think if you post videos like just this on TikTok, it can be a bit more sterile because, okay, Alex is now well known. And so, however he edits his videos, people will watch it. But I think if you start on Instagram with the videos that I just show you on TikTok, you won't have as much success to your videos. But again, consistency is key. And in your first couple of months, don't expect any real traction. So, for example, and Instagram is also very weird when you don't have followers. So I don't know if I told you this. I posted 6 reels, 6 Instagram reels, 3 in 2 days. So 2 times 3. First one, 0 views. Second one, 3 views. Third one, 3,000 views. It just there's nothing special about it. Nothing special about it. It just Instagram just pushed it out. Another one, zero. So the next day, 1,500 views. So the point is to be just consistent. Especially when you have a small following or like a non-existent following. The point is to just make Instagram see that you're using their platform correctly. You want people to stay on their platform, and that they will be rewarded for pushing your content out. That is the whole point of doing Instagram. And I think Jaime does perfect Instagram. And also his posts are kind of like lifestyle posts. Look, I mean, he also posted, look, he's ripped here at the beach, he has a Rolls Royce, he's drinking something, or rather he has a Ferrari. And so, it's obviously you don't need to have a Ferrari, but the point is to make content that people really like to see on their feeds. And also, this is a very nice, let's say, caption. So emojis very clearly visible. Founder of what? Free training here, 600K on TikTok, helping entrepreneurs build six-figure e-com agencies. So this is a very, for example, boiled down offer. It shouldn't be this not complicated, but this is a good thing to post on Instagram, right? This is a perfect thing, so people, when they land on your profile, they know what they're dealing with. So helping real estate agents build their coaching business is, every person knows why they are here. Then, do you get what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
Okay, let me just. I'm sorry. Let me just go to LinkedIn now. Ravi has a he has a his not program, but his company is called Scaling Zero Systems, and I think he does B2B and B2C businesses where basically he just comes in and builds their, as he says, client acquisition machines. So you know, they do. I mean, I think their offer is like $15,000 minimum, but they do everything for you. And so I think that it's fair to charge that sort of price, especially if they'll make it back very quickly. But I wanted to show you the difference between all the other profiles and a LinkedIn. So very important thing on LinkedIn is number one, the featured section, the activity section, and the experience section, because your profile needs to not have a single hole in it. So when people go to your profile, they will see like you're killing it, like you're full of work, you're a professional, you've been here for a long time. And I'm serious. And so
That's true.
about section, the about section is so he does it very nice. The about section allows, I think, like 3,000 words. You can write an essay here, but what he does is he kind of traps the viewer, because on the about section, this is the maximum that this can be. And then you have to click, kind of scroll down. There's an arrow here. You click an arrow and it makes it like the entire website. And so what he did is he shortened it so much that people don't even need to click anything. They just read this and they know what it's about. This is a very smart thing that I saw only him do. So he doesn't write an essay. He doesn't write, a doctorate. He has 3.5 sentences with a link to get his free training. Then featured. Featured is a very important section where basically you can pin your posts here. So you can, if you have a million posts, you can pin, a couple that you really think will attract some people. So what I do on featured is have like a video of mine, a short form video that kind of explains what I do. It's not a promotional video. And it's not a video specifically designed for the feature section. It's just one of my videos
Yeah.
that I regularly posted, but it's a pretty good sum up of what I do. You put it here. Then the second thing is, okay, this is a link. This can also be a link to your website. And so link to your website for people who are warm or hot and they want to work with you. So they don't have to write anything. They just click here and they're teleported to your website. And the third thing I like to do is um, so the video is for a relatively cold audience. Website is for a hot audience. Warm audience, you should write a very, sorry, very detailed article on something that you're knowledgeable about, and it should be a ton of value. So people who are on the fence see this and say, like, all right, this guy's legit. He knows what he's talking about, and I think I want to work with him. And so these three things, you don't necessarily have to have more than three because the majority of people won't watch this. Three is kind of perfect. They, it just sits there, and whatever stage they are on, they can click one of these three things. The activity section is so whatever you do on LinkedIn is shown in your activity section. But the best thing is your posts. But only the problem is that if you're very, let's say, engaged on TikTok or on LinkedIn, it'll show you just you liked. So, okay, he liked this post, he liked this post. So the activity section isn't necessarily as important, but you should only engage in content that will bring you business down the line. So
Yep.
you shouldn't like random posts. You should write very specific posts from very niche down profiles or groups that you know your audience could relate with if they scroll down here. And our experience. So this is very experience in education is important because it it simply gives you it immediately gives you the authority without them even have to watching your videos. And so this is so experience. You work with so you're a real estate agent at a company, you put that here. You're a freelancer, you put it here. um, you build your company now, which you are building your coaching, or you don't have to have like a registered company. You just say my your company is Grove Real Estate Coaching, for example, and then you put it here as a new company, Grove Real Estate Coaching. You put a profile picture and everything. You put up some of the things you can do. It's also he has case studies, so you won't have case studies in the beginning, but hopefully you will have until the kind of I won't say the end, but until the time passes. I hope the
Yep.
end is in
I
the end
hope so.
until some time passes. And so this is again an incredible. This is arguably one of the best LinkedIn profiles I have personally ever seen. And if I were to build my own LinkedIn profile, I mean, I do have a pretty good LinkedIn profile, but it's very similar to him. And so, for example, I haven't posted on TikTok, on LinkedIn, on for in a very long time, so the engagements are really low. But for example, profile views, you click this and since I don't have Sales Navigator, it won't show everything, but you would have like a graph here that shows you exactly how many people are watching and what are they engaging with. And so it's a very good platform to do business on. And so look at this. I have my one of my videos, my website, and my one of my testimonials. And this is my activity. I don't really like stuff, so this is just my videos. And
Yes.
my about section is I did another tactic which I don't think is necessarily as good as Ravi, but you have a hook here and nothing else. And so they are obligated to click more. And again, a ton of emojis, a ton of everything. And so yeah, and my profile is also good, but this is an absolute 10 out of 10 profile. Okay. The
Very interesting.
last two, yeah, he's an awesome guy. You should check out his videos. I think he has a lot of stuff that you'd be interested in. And okay, now YouTube is Iman started social media marketing on YouTube. Like Ty Lopez had the knowledge ad, and
Yes,
you
that's
know
funny.
and
I've been watching a couple of
yeah,
videos where people just say they just take that word
knowledge.
knowledge and put it
Yeah.
in the video.
Oh, he's yeah.
It's
I'm
funny.
in my Lamborghini with my garage, but I don't care about
I just want
Lamborghini.
to mention about this
Knowledge.
guy. This is Ty Lopez the first. I also saw that video where my garage was a paid ad.
So that is yeah. So that is the start of social media marketing as we know it. Is Ty Lopez. Knowledge art. I'm not kidding. That is social media marketing beginning. And so, but Eman is the first guy who really took it seriously and really took it to the next level. And now the guy's making like $20 million per year. He's out of this world. He's crazy. And
Watch
but
a couple of his
what I want
videos.
to yeah, but what I want to show you is this. He 2 years ago was doing only SMMA videos, and these were getting 9,000, 11,000, 13,000, which is amazing. And this audience was engaged. They were buying his course, but he was stuck at about 20,000. So I mean, I religiously watched him, so I know every single videos by heart. And so he was he was selling his course very well through these videos, but he was stuck at about 25,000 subscribers. And last year he said, I want to build a personal brand, I want to grow on YouTube. And so he hired a guy to basically scour YouTube for entrepreneurial content that blows up on YouTube. And so that's of course crypto. And so he really switched to just general business advice and to crypto primarily, as you can see, and lifestyle stuff. And now, I mean, he has what 250,000 subscribers. So he grew in the last year like 200,000 subscribers. But the thing is, he alienated his core audience of SMMA people, and now he's doing NFTs and stuff like that and lifestyle stuff, which is cool, but it's not cool for what you want to do. And so this is why
Yeah.
Trey is an amazing example what you and I should be striving to do. Very simple videos, very simple profile.
I
He
watched
has
the last video, the latest video, just minutes before we jumped on our call.
yeah, he's an I love Trey. He's an amazing guy. and so his videos get from 500 to 1500 views per video, which is good, not nearly as good as E-Man. But the thing with Trey is Trey's offer is about $5,000 to $6,000. He from every video he posts, he gets, in my opinion, at least $10,000. So every video for him is $10,000. Now you can try to have what Eman has, and has a giant audience that really, it isn't his audience. His audience just likes money and lifestyle stuff. Or you can have like a religious cult following, and you can, let me just save this video because I want to watch it later. Or you can have this type of audience that is crazy about you. I mean, his audience is crazy about him. And the thing is, again, he sells 100%, like $10,000 worth of packages from a video, and then he funnels someone to Instagram, and he gets five grand for that. So that's $15,000 per freaking video. It's crazy. And so this is our goal. Very simple. You will edit his videos more than Trey does. You'll edit your videos a bit more. But the thing is, this is what we want. A loyal, dedicated audience that buys what we are offering. So your ideal audience should be a couple thousand real estate guys or gals who are interested in becoming coaches. They're absolutely fed up with being real estate agents. And so, or rather, they are fed up with how they're getting leads or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
And you are here to solve their problem. And, to have 200 people watching you, and every time you post, you get a client, is significantly better than 10,000 people watching you, but they just watch you. Right? There's no point in that. So we want this. We want what Trey has, and it's very simple to do it. Now, I'm sorry, you wanted to say something.
No, just when I connected with Craig, he sent me a friend message, and I sent him one or two messages. I don't respond. He's a busy person, and I don't want to waste his time. But anyway, thank you. It's the loyal following. I see it with my daily video that I make. They just hello and greet people. I've had many people. They've asked me if I don't post a video. I haven't seen your video today. Okay,
and that's awesome. Like that, you want that on a slightly larger scale, and you can absolutely do it, because people. We are in a digital age right now, and people don't understand what it means to have 1,000 people to watch them every day. We are desensitized, because we see people, millions of views on a video. Like, okay, 1,000,000 views, but 1,000 people is like a village. Like a village is waking up and watching you every single day. You have a population that can start a war, they can overthrow a government that's watching you. You know what 1,000 people is? That's crazy. And that's a crazy amount of people.
Checking the amount of people playing Counter-Strike right at this very moment.
It's like 7 million
on
people.
Steam, yeah. That's
I play Counter-Strike religiously, so I would know. Yeah, I was that guy. Here in Eastern Europe, Counter-Strike is king. Because we don't have money to play video games, and Counter-Strike is like $10. And so everybody has Counter-Strike. And me and my friend were global elite. If we were crazy good, but then we stopped playing because we were toxic. But
no, I say Counter-Strike. Just a moment of try. I've tried it once. I've tried it, but I'm so new with it. Even with PUBG, I've once in my life ever, I got to, I played PUBG passive, so no guns, no armor, nothing, zero, and I snaked my way all the way to just me and another guy, and the circle was like closing in, and it was closing in, and I just stood up, and the guy stood next to me, and we just looked at each other, and, and I didn't have a gun, nothing. Poop, we popped me, and that's it. And I recorded. This is the furthest I've ever. But usually with PUBG, I don't even get one shot, and I'm killed. Okay.
PUBG is a hardcore game, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, and Trey's Facebook profile is also pretty good. Now, I wanted to show you a Facebook profile of a guy that I was friends with, but I can't seem to find him now. So I'll just show you this now. Okay, this is personal engaging content Awesome, right? So he got a tattoo. That's great. This. What I primarily want to show you is, let me just see this. Um, he okay, so he doesn't really post that much these this type of content, but yeah, he posts more personal stuff. But there are a lot of posts on Facebook. For example, this we're ahead. I'll just give you an example. We're well ahead of pace for our first 200 monthly sales. We've steadily grown at 15% a month over the past 2 years. And then the question is, want me to show you how to do it? You will get a million yeses. If you have 1,000 friends, you'll get 50 yeses. And out of those 50 yeses, you want a client. And so messaging people daily and contacting them and making friends, you will certainly grow tremendously on the platform. Now, this is something, what I'm showing you now is, it's very kind of, it's, we have a problem with kind of maybe projecting good things into the future. And when you start posting this content, these are seeds for later. Now, you certainly, there is a chance your post will be viral and you'll become a mega hit, but that's not really viral. The point of this is, for months and months, you will need to plant the seeds. And then after 6 months, your future self will thank your former self, because now you have saved thousands of dollars, hundreds of hours for that future person, because now people will be contacting you. But it's very mentally tough to post and to zero views, zero views, zero views, and no engagement. But I promise you, as a person who was there, is it's such a relief when you get like 20 views per video, and then it starts to, the how the curve goes of kind of, well, I don't know how to
Hockey
say it,
stick,
like
whatever you call
progressive.
it.
It goes flat, 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 and it just
Yeah.
skyrockets. And that is when you pass the hurdles of the couple of months, I promise you will see the results. But now I will tell you the thing that these are the seeds for the future, but we need the money now. And so the thing that you'll be doing primarily, for homework, you will make all of your profiles, and I'll show you how. But the biggest thing what you will be doing to acquire clients in the short term is Facebook automation. Now, this is a piece of information that, like, if you gave me your like $2,500 and I just gave you the name of the program, it would have been worth it, because you'll make the money in a month. But this program is so incredible. I mean, I want to go over something else, so I won't go into detail. I'll go into
Yeah.
detail the next time. But the program basically does this: you go into groups. I'm sorry, and are you active on Facebook? By active, I mean
I
you.
active.
Okay.
I'm just posting every day, and also what I just want to mention is I've in the past, one of the reasons I made my videos many years ago is so that I can have sort of like a social proof for future whatever happens in
Yeah.
the future,
Yeah.
and I'm posting my personal videos with my kids and all that on so when people look at my videos, they say, "Hi, this guy's normal. This guy's like me." That's so.
Yeah, but you were correct, and you'll be doing that now again. But what I want to say about this Facebook automation is, and this is a great thing because you will have to do nothing. You'll have to turn it on and just watch people start DMing you. But the thing about Facebook friends is, if you don't, if they're not a mutual friend, Facebook will ban you after 2 friend requests. So we don't want to do that. So firstly, you will manually, this week you'll do this. Um, you will manually start, to, how do you say it, friend request people who have thousands of friends. And the point is to have thousands of mutual friends. So your pool of people to contact is massive. And why am I telling you this is, you can, and you if you're trying to DM and contact people that you're not close to, again, Facebook will just ban you, and we don't want that. So what we do want is a ton of mutual friends, and you can send about 50, maybe even 60 friend requests if they're mutual. So that's a crazy jump. It's like 1,000% jump. So it's enormous. But the point is, you need to warm the program up. And so what you will do this week, besides creating the profiles, is I'll send you in a like text document
Okay.
so you can do everything. You will join a couple of groups, and you will um, start easily adding friends on Facebook, and you'll send about 10 friend requests per day. Because the biggest thing is Facebook, how Facebook works is they compare what you're doing now to the last 2 weeks of what you have been doing. And if you haven't sent a friend request in the past 2 weeks, and then you start sending 50 friend requests, even if they're mutual, that's suspicious behavior. And so what you will be doing is slowly scaling it up. So, for example, tomorrow you'll send 5 friend requests. Next day, 6, 7, and you will be ramping up to about 20 to 30 per day friend requests in those 2 weeks. And then once Facebook has the 2 week data, then you launch the program, and then you can very comfortably do 50 per day, because number one, you'll have ton of mutual friends, and number two, Facebook won't ban you. But what you do is this program basically, um, you go into a group, and you go to people, and you have like 1,000 people, and so you write keywords that you're interested in. And so you don't want you join real estate groups. If people are doing real estate marketing, you don't need these people. You need real estate agents. And so
Yep.
you say exclude marketing, include agents. For example, I'll show you in detail how to do it. And then you just let the program run, and the program friends and messages the person per every 9 minutes. I let it run every 9 minutes, and so it's very human. Facebook won't ban you, and so it's very simple mathematics. Look at this. I in 30 days times 50 requests is 1,500 requests per month. You will get about 5 to 10 percent of responses, be negative or positive, but let's just say 6% to be very, very conservative. And that's 90 people that will respond to you. Out of those 90 people, you will certainly have 10 calls, and 10 calls is 1 or 2 clients per month. And so you are already, when you launch this program, making at least, let's say your program is $2,500, you're at least breaking even. You immediately broke even on my program. So you're at least breaking even, or if your message is good, which we will make sure it is, you will more likely be making $5,000. Depends again on how, and you'll be doing that for a couple of months, and then after a couple of months, when your audience grows, then people start coming to you. And also, you'll do what I'm doing now, is when you get your first client, because we don't want to spend your money that you already have. We want to spend the money that you're making.
Yep.
And so when you get your first client, we will hire. I'll help you hire about 4 virtual assistants, and these guys are always from Pakistan, and you'll pay them $300 a pop, and that's a lot. Like you will find good guys for $300, and then you just let them do it as well. And so now you're not making 2,500, you're making $10,000, right, in 2 months. So that is the thing that we will do. But let me just I'll stop talking about it now, because I'll mention it next week. But now we need to start actually kind of putting into practice what we are doing. So I showed you all the profiles, and again, I will send you a Word document with all
Yep.
the links
Okay.
to all the profiles. But I quickly just want to show you how to make easy thumbnails for YouTube, because
Please, because
there are
I've been my I think thumbnails and titles are some of the things that I've seen people make amazing thumbnails. And I say, what? How on earth do they do that?
I'll show you this. This is in Canva. Canva is a completely free program, but the premium one is like $5, and it's worth it. So you won't be cheap, and you'll get the $5 one.
I've
So
got
let me
a
just show you.
I'm using PicMonkey. It's like Canva, but I'm on a paid it's like $200 or so per year for PicMonkey.
No, 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 don't pay for freaking PicMonkey. Free Canva is better than whatever you're paying for. I can 100% tell you that. So Canva free is better, but pay $5 for some of these tools. Okay, so you have everything here. Let me just show you this. I make it'll take you 2 minutes to make a thumbnail. So there are nice thumbnails that I copied this one guy from, but he'll copy me as well. So
Yeah.
here is like, for example, this. You have profile pictures, profile banners, thumbnails. You should create every single one of your pictures here. So I'll show you my profile picture is blah, 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 blah. I can't find it here, but you see my profile picture, right? I'm not here,
Yes.
but it kind of
Correct.
white background with kind of blue things on everything. That's I made that in Canva. You should do that for yourself as well. But let me just show you the thumbnail. Okay, so you click what's your design, YouTube thumbnail. I'll show you now on a blank template because trust me, it's super easy, although you can use all of these as well. Let's say your brand colors are like light blue. Let's say light blue is your brand color. You will make a border. So you'll put background blue. So there'll be a border around. You know how my thumbnails have like yellow borders. That's
Yes.
I like them that way. But you can have, for example, blue because that's very identifiable because nobody has that. And when somebody see, they might know your name, they might not know your face, but they see the blue border. Oh, that's Grove. I 100% know the guy. And so let's say this. Okay. And then what I do, since again I'm frugal and I refuse to move out of my office, which doesn't necessarily look the best. I should maybe repaint the wall, but you write office here. So you have elements here, and you can any picture you can possibly want, you can find here. And so you write office. This is what I do. There are a million nice office pictures here. So let's just take this office. You go to the border, you kind of align it up. You just stretch it, and boom, now you have this. But this is obviously not your office. So where you go, and this is a premium feature. So again, as I get premium, you click edit image, you go blur. And so what blur will do is it'll have a great like, you just, let me just do this, just blur everything in the picture. And what blur would do is get that kind of expensive look of, you're standing somewhere in the office, but nobody knows. Nobody
Okay.
knows where.
Okay.
So
I look like your
you,
your most recent thumbnails from a few
yeah,
days
yeah,
ago.
I'm showing you exactly what I do. So I'm showing you how I make thumbnails. And so what I do next is this. I go to upload. Now you upload some of your pictures here. Let's just say this. I upload this picture. You click edit image, background remover. And this is also a premium feature, which is absolutely amazing. So look at it'll remove the background perfectly. Look at this. Let me just you just need to let it load a little bit, and I will align it. Boom, perfectly removed.
Gone.
Perfect, perfectly removed. And so you switch a little bit. So why I usually like to put it on the right side, or at least for it to be big, because most people watch YouTube on mobile, and in the bottom left screen of the profile is time. So how long is the video? And if your text is anywhere in this bottom quarter, it will not be visible. And if your face is small, you'll also not be visible. And so your face needs to be clearly visible in one of these two above quarters. And so, okay, now we have, this is you, right? This is me, but this is you.
I
Imagine this is you.
understand. Yeah.
What I go now is I go to elements, and you literally take, I wrote office, but let me just lines and shapes. You get a shape, and you make it black. This is what I do. And you make it black, and you stretch it to about this. And this is where your text will be. But this looks kind of cheap because we don't want like a giant black block of nothingness. And so you write fade or transition or whatever. And so this is a fade or a transition. Just line it up. You do this, and then you realign it again, and boom. Now it looks significantly more premium. Now, this isn't the correct fade because you can see it has a little hole here, but this is good enough. And so now we have this. And let's say you are looking, how to find leads on real estate. You write real estate, and you will have awesome elements here. So for example, this is a very cool element that you just do this a little bit, maybe make it a bit smaller, and you find your font. Now, fonts are really, really important. You shouldn't use any of kind of regular fonts that are really, really. You should find a font that goes with your brand. So with my brand, this Bobby Jones one looks very good, but you want something that works well with you. And also, the thing with fonts is, which is crazy to me, some words look good in some fonts. So you should find a font that matches what you would usually say. So a font that goes well with leads, real estate, um, wealth, income. So you should find the thing that goes well with what you say. But I'll just take Bobby Jones because this is what I use, and so because you should search for yourself, and it should be catchy. So how to acquire leads? No, how to um,
I've heard about one of these, Kai videos, or many people say they spend a lot of time just on the heading, on the title, and
let's just say how to get leads for $1. I just say that, and so obviously, you know, let me just you can. So this is the most basic version of what I'm doing. I'm showing this to you. You can also look at all of my thumbnails and the effects. You go shadow, you offset a little bit, direction, whatever, transparency, and so so it stands out a little bit. And so this is the most basic version of what you would usually do. Now this I spent like 4.5 minutes on this. You should spend significantly more time on this, and it really becomes an enjoyable creative activity. But you should maybe not do blue. You should maybe do red, so it's more eye catching. You should try a different office building. You should try a different pictures of yourself, different poses. Try all of these things until you land on how you would say like your brand identity. So, for example, this is okay. My first 50K. This is, I think, a great thumbnail. So, for example, black gradient, awesome. It has money and it has a Stripe account, so it's also people love that. It has me, but it has kind of the offsetted shadow, so it really pops. This is an awesome thumbnail, and this is the details. The shadow of the text is yellow, the same color as this, and
yeah.
so but this took me 8 minutes to make. So make think about 7 really nice titles that you'll maybe make in the future, and just start making thumbnails just to train yourself on how to make good thumbnails. But this is again super super simple to make, and there are a million tutorials on Canva. But I think you don't even need a tutorial. I just show you how to do it, and this is literally as simple
Simple.
as it is supposed to be. Yeah, the Canva is amazing. You can do everything in it. So I make all of my profile pictures, all of my banners, everything I made. And the best thing is it has like a resize tool. So for example, a YouTube thumbnail or a YouTube banner is a much different resolution than a Facebook banner. But if you want a brand consistency and you make, a YouTube banner and you want to, transfer it to a Facebook banner, you can literally just say, I can transfer to resize to Facebook, and it'll resize it so it's in the resolution, but it still looks good, right?
I
So it
don't have
looks
to
really
you have to
good.
redo it all again.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything manually. It just does it automatically. So it's again for
Excellent.
$5, absolute steal. The main program that I use is this, and I couldn't recommend Canva, enough.
Okay, I'll switch to Canva.
Please, and it's like 10 times cheaper. So again, I will send you after we're done. I'll send you the text files of. So okay, the main thing is the homework for next time. All socials. That is very important. Then your make me 2 good thumbnails with 2 good titles, and the third thing is all of your socials need to have very clear and very specific photos of yourself. It should be the same photo. So you have the same photo of everything, but it's very the blue you can't really see your face,
I've
like,
seen,
okay, you
and the white is
it's,
I've seen on the white on when I'm on YouTube. It's a white background. I thought just it doesn't look good. It's not visible.
yeah, but have some elements in the behind that kind of pushes you forward. So if you have so that's kind of a graphic design trick. So if you have a circle around you
Yeah.
and it goes kind of behind you, it'll push you forward. So you will seem closer than you
Oh,
actually are.
okay.
So
Cool.
put elements behind you. That's what I did.
Make it
So
more
you will look,
interesting.
but you will look, you'll be popping a little bit more than this. And again, it should be frontal. You should look how you would look in the videos, and so you should make all of the your you should make socials, and that means skills on LinkedIn, everything, thumbnails, blah blah blah. But the most important thing is the pictures and descriptions. And so the pictures, so all of the thumbnails, all of the banners, all of the profile pictures should be nailed down. And if for example, if you do it all Tuesday, you can just send me the links, and I'll
Okay,
tell
sure.
you if they're good, and I'll respond in 24 hours, because sometimes I'm just swamped with work. But when I see it, I'll respond and say perfect, or do this and this. Does that sound good?
Great.
And yeah, I almost forgot. I'll send you you should look for groups that your ideal audience hangs out in. So for example, you want to help real estate agents, and so your immediate thought might be um, to join one of those like Remax groups, for example. But that's the wrong thing. You should look for um, real estate agents looking for leads. You should look for real estate agents looking for something. So put yourself in the mind of a struggling realtor in need of your services, and look where they would potentially hang out, and join all of these groups. I'll join 100 groups if you need to, and because I don't think there's a limit of groups, but also it harms nobody that you're in a million groups. So join these groups. You don't have to engage with anybody. Just start um, looking at the groups and they should preferably they should be closed groups, because open groups have a ton of bots and stuff like that. So look for closed groups. They'll ask you for your email and everything. I have my email is petar.saric9@gmail.com. I just removed the 9, so you just give them a fake email, and just join whatever. Just
Yeah.
join, and send five friend requests. Then send today you send five, tomorrow six, day after that seven. So give +1 every time after we have our next conversation, because we want to warm up your profile, so when you turn on the bot that you won't get banned. And try to look for people that are in your niche, that are relevant and have many friends, right? That is what we want. And also, if it would be best if they are somehow in. And by the way, only people who are in the same groups as you, only people who are in the same groups as you, and do one per hour. Don't do just go and come back. Again, I'll create the file right now,
Yep.
so you don't have to remember everything. All right, bro. I think we are done for today. This was really fruitful, but tomorrow, the next time will be the most like
Okay.
legit lesson, because
Excellent.
after next time you can start warming up really with the bot, and in 2 weeks, when you're fully warmed up, you can start getting clients already. So
Excellent. Excellent.
um, but we will still have to build a little bit more. But next time will be the most legit, where I show you the bot. But again, you need to, this is very serious. You need to, all your socials need to be perfect for the bots to work. All right.
Peter, just one last thing is I send it to your Gmail address. I send you some financial newsletters that I've been following for investment newsletters. Just because just say that sounds like you had a lot of from your grandfather, a lot of wisdom. So
Yeah.
have a read through them.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so
And
much. I was looking for a couple of them. I was looking for kind of news sources, but I don't like really news sources because they're kind of biased and they have a spin on them. So I'm really appreciate it. I'll certainly subscribe to one or two of them.
This well, it's I've seen you the it's called it's from Stansberry Research. It's, for example, there's one of them is called I've been following for for more than many years. It's a Stansberry investment advisory. It'll give you it identifies stocks, tell you how to what bit about a history, and then a buy up to price. And
Oh, that's
I've
awesome.
made money with those with this. It's that is I would think the word in English is privileged information. It is you're not going to read it you're not going to see it on CNBC or CNN or any one of those. It is the kind of information that would probably Warren Buffett or somebody like that or would be
Well,
receiving.
color me intrigued. I will certainly be looking
So
through
yeah.
this. Thank you so much for sending that. I don't really
Okay.
check my email often because I have so many things, but I'll check for you to
Okay.
see.
Enjoy. Nice talking to you, and
All
have
right.
a wishing you a profitable day.
Also, yeah, and tell me, Monday, 10 a.m. next week as well.
That's perfect. Yeah, that'll be
Perfect. Okay,
perfect.
I will just create very quickly the file and I will send it to you immediately.
Okay, Peter. Thank you. Thank you. Take care.
Bye
Speak to
bye.
you
Pick up
later.
you next time. Bye bye.
Cheers, next day. Bye.